is advised. Good afternoon and welcome to the Liquid Green Health Show with your hosts Fred and Janet Cox right here on Reality Radio 101. To get on board, send us an email. Our email address is liquidgreenhealthshow@gmail.com. And now, right to your hosts of the Liquid Green Health Show, Fred and Janet Cox.
And good afternoon. Good afternoon. It could not have been a better Sunday afternoon. Why? Because we're celebrating two birthdays today, right?
Yep.
Canada Day and Independence Day to our neighbors. So a happy birthday to everyone. Before we start the show, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you're out barbecuing and enjoying that barbecue while listening to the Liquid Green Health Show. To all our viewers across Canada and the United States, this is the Liquid Green Health Show. Hear me, help show. I almost said help show.
Well, health,
Yeah.
same thing, right?
We are the Coxes,
Health.
folks, and we invite you to sit back, relax, put your feet where it's most comfortable, and enjoy this weekend along with the hour that we're into, hoping it steers you on an exciting journey towards a vibrant and healthier lifestyle. We love your comments. As usual, please continue to send those emails to the Liquid Green Health Show. And of course, please let us know where you are tuning in from. Let us know also if you have any comments, send them to liquidgreenhealthshow@gmail.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment. Let us know what you think about our broadcast. Anything you want to say?
Like you did, happy Canada Day, happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And it's good to be back in
Yeah, we're
studio.
back. Oh, yeah, we're back, man. We had a
Yeah.
wonderful trip. We're back.
Mm.
We got a little bit of tan,
Yep.
right? Don't know if it's noticeable, but
Can hardly see yours, but mine shows. And the hurricane. from
yeah,
folks
I want to give a
living
shout
in-
out to those folks. If you're
Oh.
able to tune in today, if you're in the Caribbean, wherever you are, if you're in the path of Hurricane Beryl, I wish you all the best. Batten
Yes.
down, as we say, batten down, tie it down, do whatever you have to do to stay safe, because this is an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane
And it's
that's
Barbados.
coming your way.
Apparently there was supposed to be a big meeting with CARICOM, the Caribbean.
They had to postpone it.
Yes,
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
These are winds that
It's
will
been
be hitting
postponed. It was
130 miles an hour.
Grenada. So
Mhm.
both Grenada, St. Lucia, Barbados. I don't know if it will get to Jamaica, but Caribbean folks, it's the season. So
It's
you
coming
know,
your way, folks. It's
stay
130
safe.
mile an hour winds that are coming. So please stay safe, and hope the damage wouldn't be as severe as it can be. Okay, so we're back. We're back in studio. Last week we did a recorded show. No, we did live. We were live in Jersey. Yeah,
at
we were live.
my sister and brother at Joan and Ren's house. As a matter of fact, the day we left, Joan left the next day for Florida. So I
Everybody's
don't know if
traveling.
she's gonna be getting any of this, but it was good. A holiday, a break. It doesn't have to be somewhere exotic. It can even be New Jersey. Sorry, New Jersey.
As far away as New Jersey, right?
But
we went on the
getaway
beach.
is good.
Listen,
And any place with salt water, not a
yeah,
lake,
I
is
can't believe that
fantastic.
we have been going to Jersey so many times
Yeah. Mm-mm.
and never went to Jersey Shores.
Well, we went to Atlantic City down there, but
Yeah,
never
that's
did it so close,
Yeah,
right there
just
on
half an hour away from where we normally stay, and
Bradley
the beach is
Beach.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
The beach is there, it's beautiful, but the water is cold.
But cold water is good
The
for you.
water
And
is cold,
we won't go into it, but cold water is therapeutic. You
Anyway,
just have to
folks.
get used to it.
As the scorching heat of summer settles in, it's crucial to stay on top of your health. And today we're just going to be discussing, giving tips as to how to stay out of health troubles.
Yeah, today is actually pretty cool, but last week, oh my goodness,
It was blazing.
amazing.
It was blazing hot last week.
Mhm.
This week, rather today, as I said earlier, we'll discuss nutrition tips and, that can fuel our bodies for outdoor activities, because a lot of that is going to be happening, especially this weekend and moving forward. And, as we get deeper into the summer months, chances are the weather is going to be much hotter than it is now. So strategy for maintaining heat-related issues and a range of health hacks that is designed to keep you feeling vibrant and energized throughout the summer months is what we're going to be talking
But
about.
you know what? Before that, we have had so many episodes that we've either had to do a pre-broadcast or we were not here.
Yeah.
And so we had so many emails that
lot of
we were
emails.
not able to answer. We got
Okay.
emails from Jamie and Gordon and Rita and Katie Dreams. I like to read the names up because we really do appreciate the emails, okay? It helped the questions that come in, the testimonials that come in, we appreciate them. Emma, Shane, Tina, Jim, Dale, Grace, Connie, Tate, just to name a few. Gloria, Howie, Ray, and of course, Howie was from San Francisco. And that was his terminology, Ray. But one of the first ones I wanted to read is from Brad. And this one was a fantastic testimonial. And just when I'm ready, Brad, he wrote in from last week, actually, the 28th, and he said, it was a bunch of us here in Dayton, Ohio. Love your health show. We are health professionals and like the down-to-earth approach that you give your listeners. Please keep up the great work, and we will spread the word about your radio show. Peace and blessings from Brad. And Brad,
That's a lovely email.
We really appreciate. We had another one from Steve, and Steve said, this was on the week before, the 23rd, the week before, Steve E., who said, this is when we talked about strokes.
Okay.
I have elderly parents, and this information today really helps. Thank you for putting this out there. You do not realize it, but you just saved some lives.
Wow.
And you know what? What we do, people always say, we're not making money doing this, right? You're not getting rich, Fred.
Not getting paid for doing this.
You're not getting paid.
All right.
And why do we do this? And when we get emails like this confirms why.
That we're doing a good job.
Because we started with Liquid Green and we wanted to talk about toxic chemicals. But then we realized toxic chemicals, there's so much more than the environmental stuff.
Yeah.
We don't want to ever forget the fantastic products, Liquid Green. I think you need to mention that more often on every show, actually. But then another one from Andy. And Andy said, so good to know this information. This was also when we had Ingrid Ballers talking about strokes. Strokes are a major cause of death and disability to people. Thank you very much for this important information. We also had a couple of questions, and I wanted to just answer those questions really quickly because Cindy, she had a question when we did strokes, and she said, can strokes occur at any age? And it was really interesting. I actually went online and checked, and it says, that's what hydration. Okay, stroke. It's the 5th leading cause of death in the US. We didn't pull up the Canadian stats. And the #1 cause of serious adult disability. Stroke risk, although it increases with age, it can and do occur at any age. So yes.
As early as 30, I think.
Yep. Well, it says, no, from a baby.
You're kidding.
Babies, like 1-month-old babies get strokes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it says strokes that occur in people between ages 30 to 74. It occurs more often in men. Okay. But women 75 and older occur more often So
Yeah.
if you're 75 and older, it's
There's
mostly
a greater
women.
chance. Yeah.
If you're a woman.
Okay.
So overall, the most common age for stroke is 71 in men and 76.9 in women.
But
And
the baby at that age, that's surprising. I wonder what caused it. What caused that? What would cause that?
I don't know. I think it's because they're so susceptible, so tender, like everything is not yet developed, especially if they're premature, you know, and sometimes it looks like epilepsy, etc. So that was important for me to almost done. And so regardless of your age, a stroke can be devastating to your health. It's the second leading cause of death for people over 60. Okay. And people between ages 15 and 59 is the fifth leading cause of death.
Wow.
So even in babies and young children, strokes affect between 3 and 25, between 3 to 25 of every 100,000 people under 18.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Right? And last week we also, that week on strokes, we talked about FAST.
Yes.
FAST. We won't go through it if you want to know that.
Acronym FAST.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now there is also BFAST. So they added BE before.
Okay.
And as Ingrid had mentioned, B was for balance, E for eyes and vision. Right?
So this is just a recap on the
folks. Frederick, we have had a few emails. I know you're not really happy that I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
We have had, since we did the show on
I'm never happy at anything you do, so.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. At least we're equal on something. And we have had so many people that have said, you know.
Especially if you don't follow my advice.
One person who said, look, we can get you 100 followers. Who was it that said that? I forget. I think Cameron said, we enjoyed the show on P, and if we could do one on Pooh. And guess what?
Yeah, we do. I think we did one.
We did one on
that.
I was trying to find the number. It was the shitty show.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't remember when it was.
It's about a year ago, but it is there. And one other comment was to the pharmacists when we talked about urine, and they wondered if they were able to do a test. If you could go to the pharmacist to do a test.
Yes.
And yes, you can. The pharmacist, they can actually give you, you can actually buy over the counter, you can buy the strips. Yeah. All right. And they will tell you. It will check for nitrites and leukocytes. And that is the most common infections that you will find in in the urinary tract infection. And they're available without a prescription. Okay. All right. Who
wrote in and asked that?
That was Shaw.
Shaw. Okay.
Right. No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yeah, it was Shaw.
Shaw said, yeah. Okay, good. Francis had a really good question as well. And this was the show again on June 9th. Folks at Liquid Green, your urine can be too clear. Actually, it wasn't a question. Yeah. Francis with an ES, I guess that's female, was saying your urine can actually be too clear because we were talking about the color.
Yeah. And
what's the correct color. And doctors say this is from overhydration. That was what he told us.
Water. Yeah.
And so absolutely 100%, you are correct. Because chief urologist, he's a kidney specialist, Dr. Bradley Gill, says that there's something called urochrome. It's metabolized from bile, filtered through the kidneys, excreted from the body when you urinate. Yeah. Factors like drinking lots of water, using diuretics, diabetes, or consuming certain foods and multivitamins that are pigmented can cause urine to turn from a clear pale color to a darker color. All right. So the bottom line is you can overhydrate. And if this happens too much, it's actually that you might have too little potassium or too little sodium. And finally, Frederick, for all the people out there who said, Janet and Fred, Janet, if you drink urine on your show, we're going to send you lots of
So we need
listeners.
a drum roll for this. Got it? I hope
Right.
my producer can give you a drum roll.
And I put ice
Glass of cold pea.
and it's chilled. Would you like to try some?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Well, you
We're
can
gonna
try,
make it more believable to them, right?
but Gary, I don't know if you're going to see.
I'll take the first sip.
Tell
Mm,
me what it is. It's actually pretty good, isn't it?
it's nice.
Mm. It's actually a glass of cold ice wine.
And if you don't believe, folks, I have a bottle here full of it. Okay, I'm gonna drink that later.
All right, so that's it. We've all caught up on our
We're gonna
emails.
have some fun.
Thank
It's
you.
always good to have some fun. But the whole idea with today's show, we didn't really choose a topic. We just wanted to
Bring in
give
the
people
summer.
some tips, bring in the summer, get to some of the emails that
Yeah.
we haven't had a chance to read. And the whole idea is to get people to enhance their summer experience
Yeah.
by focusing on safety, the comfort, and of course, healthy habits
Right.
in this warm weather. Right. And that's the whole idea. So folks, we will implore you, please, it may not be,
Mhm.
you know, you look outside and you go outside today, if you are in Canada or certain parts of the United States, it may not be as warm or as humid as it was last week.
Yesterday was quite humid after the rain here in
Yeah,
Toronto.
but still you have to be careful, right? So stay hydrated because temperatures will rise. There's no doubt about it. They will
Mhm.
rise, and it is essential that you drink lots of water or any kind of, you know, fluids that will keep you hydrated,
Mhm.
and you opt for, you know, fruits that will help you to remain hydrated, like melons and oranges and stuff like that, right? Cucumbers or berries if you can get that.
And remember,
Those are things that will boost your
Mhm.
fluid intake.
and as we said, you can overhydrate.
I think that might be very difficult to do.
In the summer, probably not.
Yeah, in the summertime, no, and you have to drink a lot of fluids for
A
that,
lot of
for
water.
that to
yeah.
happen,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Stay cool with refreshing drinks. You know, try to beat the heat with, you know,
Well, actually, I like your.
things like homemade lemonades and stuff like that.
I love the drink you made last week,
Awesome.
tamarind.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
made
man, that's
tamarind and I
refreshing.
put some
That's
sparkling
refreshing.
water.
Yeah.
That was great.
I made it, folks. If you've never had tamarind,
Mm.
or if you're not familiar what it is, it's a tropical fruit. You can get it in North America if they send it up. But I happened to buy some tamarind, fresh,
Mhm.
green. No, it wasn't fresh, but
Well, it was in the.
fresh enough. When the
in the
time it got
garden.
there, it was still, but it was ripe tamarind, the real one, not the sweet one that you buy in the boxes.
Right.
I don't
Real
consider
tamarind.
that to be real tamarind.
Tamarind has to be sour. It
Yeah,
has
you
to
gotta
be
have that.
mouth watering.
Yes, you know,
Yeah.
when you eat it raw, your eyes must twitch and your face, you know.
What do you prefer, tamarind drink or lemonade?
Honestly, I prefer the tamarind because of the nutrients.
But guess what? We could add lemon to tamarind. That would be awesome.
That's citric on top of citric, man. No way.
It would be good.
No, but I made some good, refreshing tamarind.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna go and get some more this weekend and make it very nice.
When you see Kofi drank it, you must know it tastes pretty good.
because Papa made it.
Yeah. No,
Right? Our grandson
Anyway.
came over and he loved it.
yeah,
Maya never touched it.
Oh,
She made up her face, but he loved it. So those are the kind of things you can do, folks. Either melon or lemon or lime lemonades, you know, you can make that.
but we talked about the fruits
Mhm.
and what have we been eating so much of? I think summer everybody eats so much watermelon. I had no idea. I know watermelon was good. I
Mhm.
know it tastes good. It has less sugar, etc. But I had no idea it had such an abundance of health benefits.
It does. It has no
Right?
fat. It has sodium. It has sugar, calcium. It has vitamin C, magnesium, and of course, it has water.
Yeah.
Which is the last.
Mostly water,
Mostly
right?
water,
Mhm.
right? And it's a very healthy fruit to eat. Very inexpensive.
But I think just give a few of the stats on
Mhm.
watermelon. Because we know it's good, but we don't realize how much.
Well,
For
according to the
example-
research that we did, it has 170 milligrams of potassium,
Correct.
which
yeah.
is an essential mineral that supports your nerve. right?
And the muscle function.
And the muscle function. And it also it balances, its fluid balances in your body. And in addition to vitamin C, it contains very good
Vitamin
amounts of
A.
vitamin A.
See, I never thought of that. I never
Right.
thought of watermelon having vitamin A, which is
Yeah.
good for your eyes, right?
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Right. It has disease-fighting antioxidants in watermelon, like lycopene, 40% more than raw tomatoes. I never knew that.
Exactly. Because
It
we
has-
hear about lycopene and we
You
hear
only think of tomatoes when you hear of
tomatoes, yes.
lycopene. You hear it that
slightly cook your
the
tomatoes.
lycopene in tomatoes is good for the prostate. But I
Exactly.
never realized or knew that, watermelon
Watermelon.
has 40% more, right? It also
Men
has,
go out there and go eat the watermelon, especially older men with the prostate issues. It's good and it tastes good, right? And
it may help protect you from disease such as cancer or diabetes. Lycopene also gives watermelon its red color.
Same with
Anything that has red has a lot of lycopene. It's rich in citrulline. I don't know what that is.
it's an amino acid, and that amino acid, it helps the blood to move through the body, and it also helps to lower blood pressure. Now, we knew that about watermelon, that eating it can lower your blood pressure.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have as much sugar as some of the other fruits.
But the thing is, with a fruit like this, because it's so readily available in the summer, lots of people eat it. And I think most people eat it for the fact that it's very juicy. It's refreshing, right? But I don't think a lot of people realize that when they eat watermelon, they get all these nutritious benefits from it. So
It also, one of the other things was heart attacks,
Mhm.
right? It says the lycopene will help to lower not just your blood pressure. Well, I mean, the blood pressure is related to
Okay.
the heart, and therefore it can help to prevent heart attacks.
And it also provides sun protection.
Yes.
Like
Amazing.
it's
Who knew? Who knew?
lycopene. I don't know it had all those benefits.
Right.
We know that, of course, watermelon prevents dehydration. In addition to water, it consumes electrolytes through sport drinks, and you can get that also from
Coconut water, the best.
that to me is
The
the best
best.
refreshing drink you can have. It beats lemonade,
It
hands
beats,
down. It beats watermelon, hands down.
it beats sorrel, it beats
Everything. Nothing is
rum
better.
and Coke.
Nothing is better than watermelon. So, folks, than coconut water.
Yeah.
If you live in the Florida area, you have access
or the
a lot
Caribbean. Or
easier.
any place
No, but-
tropical, right?
No,
What were you saying?
but I'm just
Mhm.
referring to North Americans.
Mhm.
If you live in Mexico or in the southern United States, you have abundant access to coconut water.
Some people remember when we went to Cuba, and believe it or not,
They don't
was
use it.
there. And
Yeah.
when you compare, like, say, Jamaica, Barbados, some of the other islands, it's everywhere in the street.
Mhm.
And yet in Cuba, it was pretty hard to find. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But anyway.
I would think it depends on where in Cuba.
Yeah,
It
probably. Yeah.
depends on where in Cuba, because maybe it's not, the trees are not, abundantly there, but
So, Frederick, what's one of the ways in which you would say to prevent hydration? I know we talked about salt
yeah.
and we talked about Celtic salt. So tell us why that's a good thing.
Well, it is said that Celtic salt is great for helping to replenish lost electrolytes.
But how much
I've learned recently that by just taking a pinch of it, put it in your mouth, and then drink water after, it helps to
restore quickly.
keep you hydrated.
Or you could put a pinch in a glass of water.
Yeah.
But the key
Not
is
enough to taste salty.
right.
Just
right.
enough,
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
create the hydration process
Okay.
in the body. Right?
Now, what's another hack? So
For staying healthy in the summer,
yeah.
protect your skin, folks.
No. Yeah.
There's a lot of heat, as I mentioned, is going to be coming. Do not underestimate the heat waves that's going to be coming, and you need to stay protected. Use sunscreen. Use good quality sunscreen with SPF 30 or higher, and reapply every 2 hours is the recommendation, especially if you're swimming or sweating. But I was on the beach in in Jersey, and
Mhm.
it was hot.
Yeah.
It was murderously hot.
All you
Mind you, it wasn't as hot as if you were 10 miles inland.
yes.
Because from the time you get to within 2, 3 miles of
Mhm.
the beach, the temperature dropped, and as you got
Mhm.
closer, but it was still hot.
But if
But I
you're
was without a
hot,
shirt.
but if you're hot and you're
I
complaining,
am not going into the water. That water is too cold. No, I'm sorry. I'm
so
sorry. That-
what people you see, what I don't understand
I
is
heard a young man that went into the ocean. When he came out, he said, "God damn, it's cold." So
but I don't understand why people are not willing to try anything once.
I did.
Once.
I went
You
in.
did not.
No, I stood in
Ori
the
went
water.
in, and in credit to my brother-in-law, he went in and he went head first.
Yeah, and he almost died.
He didn't almost
He
die.
didn't know.
He
He
looked
didn't
as
know
if he
how.
almost died. And
The
he
poor man almost got a heart attack. He didn't know.
and he says, "Well, I've done it. That's
Yeah,
it. I'm never doing that again." But at
precisely.
least he did it.
Yeah, I
That's
did
the
it too. I
point.
went into my feet.
Oh
It was
dear.
cold enough.
Okay,
Now
so we're
there's
talking.
there's a myth that's going on out there.
You're
Especially
part of that
yeah,
myth.
well I'm a part of it until recently. But I always said that Black people don't need sunscreen,
Right.
right? And I know when we go to Jamaica, you always put on your sunscreen, and I say to you, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Especially when you first land and you're going to the beach for the first time.
Yeah,
If you don't, I
you're
know,
gonna get
I
burned.
can't talk for everybody else, but I know if I don't put some sunscreen on in the first couple of days, I will get
You
sensitive.
don't have enough melanin.
It's not,
That's
I'm
what
not
it
gonna
is.
burn and get red and
It
have a
doesn't happen to
problem.
me.
But you don't stay in the sun as long as I do.
You're not
I do
black
3
enough. That's
hours.
the whole thing. But even the
So,
darkest skin, it says,
mhm.
the research we were doing, it says even the darkest skin provides only about SPF 13.
Right.
With
Mhm.
too much sun exposure, you can get skin damage or even skin cancer,
Yeah.
right? So don't matter how dark you are,
Mhm.
at some point in time, depending on the heat that's coming down, you need to be protected and you need some extra protection.
Yeah.
So lighter skin tones, of course, gonna feel the effects much
Mhm.
faster than a
Yes.
darker
For
person.
example, some Hispanics, like some of them are dark, even Indians, right?
Yeah.
Some are darker than regular Negro Black people, right? And some are lighter, like
Yeah.
with all the shades.
Mhm.
So what is it? What is the verdict? Should we or shouldn't we?
Well, based on the research that I did recently, I think you should.
We should.
Yeah.
No, you don't
Don't
have
worry
to
with what I
every
say.
day.
No, don't worry with what I say. You don't have to do it. I'm just going by my body.
Yeah.
I know I could be out in the sun a lot longer than some people, and I don't feel the effects of sunburn.
Right. And I hope perhaps when we get to the emails, perhaps somebody who is a dermatologist is listening or can check to find out what do they do or what really is recommended.
Yeah.
But I know even in the face creams and stuff, usually if you get a good brand, it will have some sort of protection.
Yeah. But you know what? What is the
Mhm.
main the best form of protection
Mhm.
when it comes to sunscreen?
What is
Shea
that?
butter.
We use shea butter.
Yeah.
I had no idea
That's
it
why you
was a
see it in, yeah,
natural
that's why you see it in so many
products. Yeah.
shea butter.
Mhm.
And it's a natural sunscreen source from
True.
cinnamic acid,
Mhm.
right? Which has a moisturizing effect.
And that's how we normally use it. Everybody I know,
Yeah.
all the folks that we buy from the pop-up shops, there's so many vendors. Always you can get good quality
shea butter.
shea butter. And for me, it was like coconut oil.
Yeah.
You can use it in your hair, you
Yeah.
can use it in
Very,
your
very
arm.
good.
Complete body moisturizer, not realizing. Sandra, my friend, I know you use it every day.
Yeah,
You have natural skin protection, and probably, I don't know if you knew it, but there we go.
I never knew it was. It actually is the best form of sunscreen protection, right?
Okay.
So if you can get that shea butter, folks, if you can get it in the raw format,
Yeah.
it's even better.
And the products that we really should avoid when it comes to protection is anything with retinol.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
if it has vitamin A,
Mhm.
because apparently that deprives the skin of moisture. It doesn't add, it depletes.
It depletes.
So
Okay.
there.
Now, what about exercise?
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Have you started back at your gym yet?
No, and I'm not going back. It's summer. I am going. I have the beach that I could
So
go.
why are
go walking
you
on.
paying every week, wasting money for a gym membership that you never go to?
You need an
You
you
need
need
to
an honest
cancel.
answer, or you
You
need
need to cancel the gym membership if you're going to do this for this
you
summer.
need an honest answer or a radio answer. Which one do you want?
Well,
A radio answer, or you would need an honest answer? All right.
excuse me, I
We
have to
leave the
bring,
honest
I
answer.
have to bring in our announcer, our producers here.
Yeah.
Mike, does that make any sense to you that Frederick pays for a gym membership that he never uses? I know he's not alone out there, right? What do you
Yeah,
think?
I've done that before myself, so I know how
See?
Fred feels about
See?
that. But it
See?
is wrong. You're right.
It is absolutely stupid.
It is. But what do you do?
Okay. Ask Gary.
Gary,
Gary's gonna.
I concur with Mike. I know tons of people that have purchased a gym membership. They start off like
Yeah.
really enthusiastic,
yeah.
and then of course it kind of wanes a little bit, and then they
Yeah.
don't use it. So
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen now. Both of them are fired. Okay.
Well, guess what? I am a browner because, folks, listening, we're doing a health show and I am living testament. I do yoga. Well, actually, because I went away, I was able to reduce payment from whatever it was down to like $20 if you're not going. So that's a really good program. And so there's yoga, and I do the Y, and the Y has a beautiful pool. And so at least 2 to 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 days a week. I had little Maya there last week, Friday, and my granddaughter, and we had such a fantastic time in the pool. Would you go in the pool? No.
No.
Will you take the yoga lessons?
No.
No. Will you
What
pay
else?
the gym membership? No.
Yes.
So I end my
But at
case,
least I go for a walk on the beach
which is good.
in the sand. That's not easy. In the deep ankle sand, I walk on the beach.
Yes.
Right. So
I give you kudos for
if I
that.
did 3 kilometers on the beach, it's equivalent to at least 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do you want to
So,
check?
folks, you're listening to the Coxes on the Liquid Green Health Show, radio, and podcast. And we're streaming live today on realityradio101.com. If you are going to be watching us on YouTube, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share the broadcast with your friends. Excuse me. You can also check out all of our previous broadcasts on Spotify and on YouTube as well. And of course, you can send your comments to liquidgreenhealthshow@gmail.com. That's liquidgreenhealthshow@gmail.com. And today we're just, doing it light.
Yes.
It's a light show today.
Yeah, because
and testimony to that, I'm wearing a nice,
right.
vacation shirt.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I really love your nice Walmart shirt. It's
But you have to
beautiful.
tell people my business.
It wasn't one of the Burlington shirts, right?
Why you have to tell people my business, man?
That's great. When we get good prices, good things, good prices, people need to know, right?
My producer commented on my beautiful shirt. Now you have to tell him I got it from
Well,
Walmart.
guess what? Not a lot of people will hear that because it's a holiday.
No, a lot of people are
and
listening. Trust me.
Everybody is out
No.
going somewhere.
Yeah, and they have the little boom box listening to the Liquid Green Health Show, folks.
So
Thank
we'll
you.
take a few emails right now.
Yes.
Let's see if there are any emails whatsoever. Here's one from Brian, and he says, "Hi, Coxes. So glad the show is on air today because, Gary, as you were saying, perhaps not a lot of people listening today because it's a holiday
Yeah.
and it's
People are
a
out,
big
they're
holiday
driving.
and it's great. So here we go. Janet, did you swim in that cold water?
Yes, she did.
You are a pro at that. Happy Canada Day to you all. That's great. And the same to everyone listening, as well as happy Memorial Day. And Emma says, listening from our picnic. So here we
see,
go. People
Gary,
are
you see, I
there.
told you.
And Thanks for the tips. Be well. I wonder how many people they're having at their picnic today. Emma, wherever you are, have a wonderful time. And Frank says, yo, to the Coxes, sitting here with a cool drink, not urine.
You don't know what you're missing, Frank.
I just ordered a nice pizza. Wishing you the best of health. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
pizza. Perhaps you could have pizza for supper.
Yeah.
And Cassandra said, Fred, no cold water or yoga. Hear me? This is
Thank
she's-
you. Thank you very much, Cassandra. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Cassandra, I'm gonna send him your way because he's a wimp. Happy Canada Day. Have a good day tomorrow. We certainly will. All right, thanks. And let's see if there's, I think Tim said, Fred, who needs
Yeah.
who needs a gym where when there is
Sex,
more
man.
physical
Yeah.
activity?
That's the best part.
It's
It's
good
good
for
for the
your
heart. Circulation, and you burn calories. I agree with you. I'm going to have to do it more
And
often.
it clears your head.
Yeah.
Both
Both
of
of
them.
them. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Tim, that is hilarious.
Both heads need clearing,
That's-
Tim. Got it.
That's a Canada Day, and we're
Yeah.
glad we don't have a lot of kids listening today.
They will know.
All right, great.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's some other things that you can do during the summer to beat the heat. Of course, use fans, air conditioning, or cool showers. You know what?
Showers.
I kind of would go with the cool showers because
Mhm.
when it's hot, you don't need that hot water to be
Mm-hmm.
bathing with. So I'll kind of go with that.
Okay.
That's the only time I'll take a,
But then
cool, not a cold shower, cool shower
no,
to avoid strenuous activities during the break heat hours,
Yeah.
especially during the midday, afternoon, and stuff like that. Have a nice
When-
cool shower.
yes, when it comes though to fans and air conditioning,
Yeah.
I think some people overdo it. Like
Yeah.
you walk into a house, sometimes we're guilty.
Yeah. And it's cold.
It's freezing.
Yes.
You should not need to have to wear a sweater in your house
But
in the
remember,
summer.
it's only when you enter that environment for the first time you
No.
feel it. After a while, you get accustomed to it
Most of the times when Kira comes over, what does she say? Oh, it's so
It's
cold
cold.
in here.
because we're here and we don't notice it.
But then I go to other people's homes and I don't go, it's cold in here and it is nice and comfortable.
Because it's not as cold as ours.
So I'm blaming you again for not getting that
No, I
right.
blame me.
Because it's the obviously
You're the one that
temperature
complains.
is
You're the
not
one that
set-
complains if it's not set properly. Oh, the house is too hot. And then I have to turn it up. I have to make the
and it's too
adjustment.
cold.
And then it gets too cold, right?
So
It can't win.
perhaps we should buy a fan.
No, maybe you should live by the lake.
Jamaica, we use fans.
That's Jamaica.
And it's great. I'm not saying I know that's Jamaica. I'm not saying they should use whatever at our house anyway. Our house, because we're not saying that Jamaicans use fans.
Yeah.
All right.
They have air
Just
conditioning.
fans because
Yeah.
yes. But we are saying that if you have a fan,
Yeah.
it works.
It helps the air to circulate. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than if you just have the air conditioning
But
blowing.
yours telling me the other day that if you're using the fan, it's gonna just blow hot air.
No, I never said that.
Y-
No, that's a lie. I never said that.
What did you
You're
say?
lying.
What did you
You
say?
are lying. You are lying.
All right.
I'm going to pull you up with your lies. No,
No, what did you
I
say
never said
then?
that. I don't remember what I said, but
I
but
you don't remember what you
I
said.
certainly
You
would not
remember
have said
what
that.
you said.
I would not have said that.
We'll move on,
Yeah,
folks.
but I just know that that is a lie.
Okay.
All right. No, what else? What else can you do?
If you don't remember what you said,
That-
and I
that's-
remember,
No,
who is not telling
no.
me?
If I don't remember
you
this,
spoke.
no, I didn't misspoke at anything. That's not true.
Anyway, one of the things that people suffer with in summer as well is the allergies.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's not as bad as spring.
But you know, I have to give these supplements that I'm taking, I
Mhm.
have to give them credit for the way that my allergies are really,
Yeah,
it's not there, basically.
I noticed.
And I really notice it.
Mhm.
And so I have to say,
Which
this is
one?
the first year. Well, I've been taking the cordyceps and the Ganoderma.
The two mushrooms.
Yeah, the two mushrooms thing. And it
And I
just
have noticed
literally
one
knocked my,
It's
My-
as if you never had allergies this season.
yeah. Like
Which is
I'm
wonderful.
amazed. I'm amazed. So
Yep. But then the
we had a show on
powder-
that.
Yes, we
the cordyceps and Ganoderm. What about cleaning substances?
we're not with the allergies. I think, if should people be keeping the windows closed, using the
It
air
depends on where you live.
purifiers?
But it depends on the severity of your allergies, because trust me, if you have really bad allergies, it doesn't matter what air filter you use,
Yeah.
particles are still going to come into the home,
Mhm.
and it's going to affect you,
Okay.
right? So I think what has to be done, you need to do something to the body, because the only reason that you're suffering with an allergy is something is not right in your system.
Probably the gut.
And and it's a good chance that that's it. So you
But
have
then,
to take care of it.
Here's a chance. I'll let you take the chance to give Liquid Green Products a plug.
Well,
Because anybody who has allergies,
yeah, if you have allergies, folks, we don't talk a lot about our cleaning product.
should.
And we really should, because we should be using this radio show as a promotional, as a vehicle to promote our products. And if you haven't heard or tried a product that really cleans your home without you leaving a toxic footprint, then you need to take a look at Liquid Green products. Go to liquidgreenproducts.com. We have a complete line of toxin-free and carcinogen-free cleaning products that really would do exactly what the other name brands in the store will do without leaving a toxic footprint, without causing sensitivity to your nostrils or to your skin. For the majority of people, we have never had someone send back our product saying, "Oh, it doesn't work," or it is causing me an allergic.
They have to run from the room.
Right. So,
but I want to mention this, the call you got, because
no, before that.
Okay.
No, before you get to that. So, folks, again, I'm pushing this product, Liquid Green Multi-Purpose Cleaner. In my opinion, it's the best there is to offer on the market.
I agree.
When it comes to a green product, right? It is superior. It is second to none. I refer to it as the Bentley of cleaning products, and you need to try it if you've never tried it. Just go to our website, liquidgreenproducts.com.
We're on the same page. I totally,
Are we on the same?
1,000% I agree with you.
Finally.
And I don't know if we had mentioned to folks that we actually got a break, and in Canada, we know Winners Home Sense.
Yeah.
And we got a call from a lady out in Coquitlam, BC.
Yeah.
Because of course you never know
what store they're going to be putting it in.
Toronto, and we don't know where these products go. We've been trying to check. So we were happy to get that call, and she mentioned that the only.
What she said was she called and she said she wanted to know if we were the manufacturers of the product. And she said she got it. She went to visit her boyfriend, and she saw him using it. And she went to find out where he got it from. And it was in a Home Sense
in Coquitlam. Okay. But the bottom line for the story is, she says she has not, this is the only product that she has used that she's never had any kind of a reaction to. So
that's the kind of testimonials that we get from our people. So folks, again, I'm going to encourage you to at least try it. Go to the website, liquidgreenproducts.com, and at least, try it and see that we're not lying.
Okay.
Right? What else you want to talk about? What about
sleeping?
Yeah.
In the summer, people are partying. We're going to bed late. Look at last night, right?
Yeah.
When we were younger, I thought you didn't have fun unless you went to bed at 2:00 in the morning. And I thought a party was not good until you're there till 4, and that you sweat until, But how priorities have changed? Well, kind of, sort of. But sleep.
Very important.
For the summer, we should not forget to do what's so important about sleep. Why should we?
You get a nap. It boosts your memory. It improves your performance if you're working. In North America, they don't do that. In Europe, they do. Right? Yeah. In Europe, they do. In Mexico, they do. And parts of the Caribbean, they do. Where they will close down businesses for an hour or half an hour to an hour, and you take a nap, right? In North America, it's go, 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 go. So the stress level is very, very high. You're working in, especially if you're a welder, you're working in a heated environment all day.
Yep.
And then, you know, you come out,
Or those people on the street, the construction workers.
yeah,
right?
all
Mention-
day. And it, you know,
Mhm.
you got to work. So it's very important that you take a nap, right?
Can you imagine a construction worker leaving to say, I'm going to go have a nap?
Yeah.
But I think it's something that we should do more often.
It's not in the
Folks,
culture of North America.
It's not,
not
but
going to happen.
it's everywhere else. Like did you mention Southern Europe,
Yeah, it's in places like
Middle East,
yeah,
China,
India,
the
you
Indian
know,
subcontinent,
Latin America, and the
the
Philippines,
Philippines?
and in the Caribbean.
Yes,
It's
but
there.
in the Caribbean, they're more like North America.
No,
We don't
not
see
all over.
anybody-
Not
They
all over.
don't close stores to go for a siesta,
Well,
which they do in those places.
in Guyana, where I'm from, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
But you're South America.
Yeah, we're
I'm
Caribbean.
talking about.
We're Caribbean, culturally Caribbean.
Aha,
Don't
now
deny.
you say
Yeah,
it.
we're
Now you say it
geographically.
because you're on the radio.
No,
We're talking yourself.
culturally.
I'm not Caribbean. We are South America.
Yeah, we're
But
South
anyway.
American geographically, but
Yes.
you know, culturally.
Okay.
You guys borrow from us all the time, right?
Oh, Fred, well, I just have to read this email right here because it says, Fred,
Hmm.
you have to see, I'm so glad I mentioned your Walmart shirt. He says, this is from Howie, and Howie says, now you have to get Walmart for a sponsor. I think so. That should be worth thousands to you. Love you, folks. Thank you. Thank you, Howie. Okay. What's next?
Water safety,
Oh,
right? This is something that we need to,
the most important.
yeah,
for
it's
some.
probably the most important
Mhm.
thing if you're in the water. Folks, if you're out there or you're planning to go out there, whether it's swimming or you're going to be
Little
in a
kids.
pool, or you're going to be by the lake or the ocean, you have to follow safety guidelines. If you're
Mhm.
boating, right, make sure that you're following proper guidelines. Make sure it's alcohol free or as little alcohol as possible.
Aw.
As little alcohol as possible.
They have boat police, right? When you're out on the water.
Yeah, they check you out. They
They-
check you out.
Right.
If
But
you have little kids, supervise
Mm-hmm.
them closely, wear life jackets if needed, and be aware of currents. Where we were
yes.
in Jersey,
Mhm.
it is known for riptides.
Two people actually, when we were
Yeah.
there,
Two people.
were actually taken away
Yeah.
with the riptide, with the
Yeah,
undercurrent.
so you got to
right?
be very, very careful.
Yep, but I don't know. I believe one of the things that everybody, if you can, one of the things I think is that we should all learn how to swim.
Yeah, it's not going to happen with everybody.
Not
I mean, you
everybody.
have
I
people
mean,
that
when I say
are,
everybody, I don't mean every single person in the whole wide
yeah,
world,
but
but everybody who's capable.
some people just don't have an interest.
That's
To-
what
to
you
take-
might not have
no.
an interest, but you could be in a boat and you flip over.
That's their dilemma.
Oh,
You know, I mean, no, and I'm serious. If you're living in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
you're not far from the ocean.
you should learn how to
Yet
swim.
there are people who live there don't know to swim.
I think that's pathetic.
It is.
And one of the reasons
They
I
don't even go to the beach. Why? Because it's there. They can see it every day. So why
I
go
know,
to it?
the
That's the
things that
that's the
we're-
whole thing.
The things that we are,
They
that-
take for granted.
thank you, that's the word I was looking for. The
Yeah.
things we take for granted are the things that we miss
But okay, look at us.
when you're not there, right?
We went down to Jersey,
Yeah.
found out about
The beach.
Jersey Beach,
Mhm.
and went there almost immediately. Right? The next day we
Three
went there.
times in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are people who are living there,
Never been.
never been, they wouldn't go. Right? So
I never.
you can't, that's how it is. No matter how you preach, right? People
Mhm.
will still take these things for granted. We have a note here that says, take care of your feet. Wear breathable footwear to prevent foot odor. And this happens to a lot of people.
Mhm.
In the summer, you sweat.
Mhm.
Some people sweat profusely. Some people, their feet just sweat, they take the socks off and it's wet. And if you continue to wear enclosed footwear, it
Mhm.
just makes it worse. You end up
Yes.
with, fungus in your toes, in the toenails and stuff like that.
And
So,
also for feet, if you're going to I see people at the pool and they're bare feet, no slippers,
yeah,
in the shower.
yeah.
I see women take their swimsuits off and they throw it on the ground. I just don't get it. I don't understand folks do that.
No, but what's worse
know?
than that? What's worse than that is people going into the pool without taking a shower, and there are big
Rinse it out,
signs.
rinse it off. But
Rinse
you
off.
can't force it. So
No, but
but
that's nastiness.
but there's
That's why I
enough,
don't go into public
no,
pools.
but there's enough chlorine in that water
No,
that's
no, no,
gonna
no,
kill any germs.
no, I'm not
Right.
buying that. That's why I don't like public pools.
See, I take my shower. Here I go
Yeah.
again. I do take my shower. I swear, before I go in, I shower.
Sure.
And then it kind of irks me when I see nobody else is doing it.
People
Guess
walk
what?
right in
I'm
and they're
not going
dry.
to, I'm not gonna not go because
Yeah.
somebody else doesn't take a shower. Because in my mind, I'm saying I see the lifeguards. They check the water. They check the
But they
quality.
don't check the people that are going in.
No, but they check the quality of the water. So no matter what you bring in, that chlorine or salt, whatever they use, is strong enough to kill it. So
Okay.
I don't
All
worry
right.
about that.
Now,
Another big one is what we eat because
my
of all the
gosh.
festivals and everything.
yes, yeah, you have to be careful when attending barbecues or picnics. Choose foods that are well cooked. There's some barbecues that I go to, I do not eat the food.
Because
I'm
the chicken
sorry.
looks raw.
No, they don't look like it was washed properly.
Oh, but how do you know if it's on the barbecue whether it was washed
Well, they
properly
say
or
that
not?
heat will kill anything, but I
That's
just
right.
don't cook.
Some cultures don't, they take it from the package
Yeah.
and it goes on the stove.
That's nastiness.
But they say it will kill all the germs.
You know, I
But
don't.
we grew up knowing or learning that you should wash.
You should wash
And
the
as a
meat.
matter of fact, we wash and we
With
wash
lemon.
and with
Actually,
vinegar,
we
lemon.
use liquid green to wash
green.
our food. our meat.
Yes.
That's how good. That's why you should try liquid green, folks. Right?
Okay.
You want to read that?
Just before I do, we'll leave this one for last.
Mhm.
And what else would sun exposure
Again,
we talked about?
no, again, barbecues, things like salads and stuff like that. You got to be careful because you don't know if it was washed properly,
Mhm.
how long it's been out there. So you got to be careful. Just be mindful of what you're eating,
Because
folks.
you're right, Frederick, about salads.
Yeah,
That's one of the things the salmon.
I don't eat salads when I go to barbecues.
I eat everything everywhere.
You're just greedy.
I love food. I accept that. I tend to be on the greedy side. I love food and I enjoy all types of food. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
And if I've never seen it before, I will try it at least once.
All right.
All right. I know people say if they go to China, they would not try
I'm mindful.
some of the
I'm very mindful.
delicacies. I will try anything.
But you know, it's
anywhere,
funny. I
anytime.
think as I got older,
Mhm.
I became more selective because being in the army, we ate just about anything.
Snakes.
Yeah.
You did.
Survival, you got to eat anything. So now I'm out of that,
Mhm.
environment. Why should I be eating anything? There's no need for it.
But
We're almost out of time,
but salads,
Yeah.
honestly, especially the packaged ones.
I don't
That's
trust
the
them.
one where there's recalls.
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't
times
I don't buy them.
there's recalls.
Yeah.
I buy them if I'm going somewhere and we need to do something quickly.
But then we wash it with liquid green.
Oh,
Right.
by the way, this is totally off subject, but yesterday we went to a barbecue, a 50th birthday barbecue for our daughter's in-laws relative Adela.
Yeah.
She is the most amazing 80-year-old I have ever seen. She looked not a wrinkle in the world,
Wow.
right? She looks awesome. And then we had the other barbecue. But you know what? I hope she doesn't hear the show because I went to get her a card.
Mhm.
And while I was in line, this is on the way to the party, I went to get a card from both of us since you didn't come. And I opened my purse to pay for it and I had no money. My wallet was not in my purse. And I thought, damn, I need this. What do I do? I just turned around to a gentleman behind me and I said, would you mind paying for this for me? I said, I thought I had my purse and I don't.
And you did?
And I had 3 items in my hand. I put back 2. He says, oh, please, please, please. I insist. And I don't remember his name. And I thought I want to just give him a shout out because for the summer,
Mhm.
we're busy. Things happen. You forget your purse, right?
So you didn't actually buy the card.
I did. He
Oh, you
paid
did?
for it.
You didn't pay
And
for
he
it.
insisted that the bottle of bubbles, I had bubbles for the barbecue for the kids. He insisted, oh, please take that as well. And he wouldn't, I was so like overwhelmed. I mean, it was the dollar store, so it's not expensive, but it's a thought that
So,
counts.
yeah, that was very
Right?
nice. Very
And
nice.
I just want to give kudos to people out there like that,
That are doing good things.
who can just, without thinking, like with everything that's happening in the world,
Yeah.
it's just good to know that life can be simple and that we can be kind and that we can appreciate each other. Right? My husband.
Well, I'm going to say to that gentleman, thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
That was a wonderful act of kindness. And
Yes. And to everybody
really
out there who
appreciate that.
does small acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Right?
very nice.
And I think we're done.
We're almost there.
Mhm.
We talked about salads. We talked about sun exposure. We
Mhm.
talk about outdoor events and stuff like that.
What about, I don't know what the time is, but what about mentally? How do we stay strong mentally during the summer?
You have to avoid the stress. That's it.
Mhm.
That's the key to it all. Avoid the stress.
Get
And one of the
divorced?
best ways, yeah, that I was about to mention that. One of the best ways to avoid stress is to get a divorce, folks. Right? But in all
Oh,
seriousness,
Mhm.
if you do any type of meditation, that's a perfect exercise to relax the mind, focus, and you bring the blood pressure down, because summertime, you have kids, you have activities, a lot of things are
You can-
happening, you have a
lots of
job,
parties.
you may not have a job, and
Mhm.
finances might be tight.
Mhm.
That's a lot of stress trying to get money to buy food or to go somewhere. It is not easy for everyone. So wherever
Mhm.
you are at this particular juncture of your life, on this day, this weekend, this holiday celebration for both Canada and the United States, I wish you all the best. Take
We
care,
have-
stay out of the heat, and do the best you can to reduce the stress. You got an email there?
Oh, yeah, just let's try and squeeze this one in. It says, Janet, another email to you. I have a bottle of your liquid green in a spray bottle, and it's over 9 years old. Oh,
What?
so this, Frank, you've been with us for a while. Is there an expiration date or not? I do not see one on the spray bottle. Oh my God. First of all, I'm going to say, shame on you, Frank. Why do you have a bottle of liquid green for so long?
Yeah. Here's what we'll do. Let him write back and
Mhm,
get his email
mhm.
and an
Give us
address.
email.
No, get an address,
Mhm.
and we will
Send
send you
a
a
new-
free bottle
Yes.
of
Liquid green
liquid green
that
cream.
you're going to use every day.
Yes.
To be honest with you, we have not had anything 9 years old ourselves, so I don't know what to tell you. Usually we know we're good 3, 4, even 5 years, usually good.
Yeah.
But try it on an old running shoe or something, or
Yeah.
something on the floor. Don't try it on.
What has he been doing with it for so long?
He's
And
probably
using-
forgot. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
probably
Shame
forgot
on
it
you.
somewhere.
Shame on you.
Locked up in a
So-
cupboard somewhere. But shame on you. Send us an email, Frank,
Okay.
with your mailing address, and we will send you out
A brand new bottle
bottle.
of liquid green. And
Okay.
with that, I will stop talking. Unless you
Yes.
conclude our show.
And folks, we're going to be wrapping things up. We want to thank you. We want to thank our producers. If you're looking for authentic natural health supplements, please go to liquidgreenhealthshow.com. You can also write us at liquidgreenhealthshow@gmail.com, and we'll give you some tips on some good products. And to our listeners across Canada and the United States, once again, happy birthday to all of you. Enjoy it for what it's worth. And stay hydrated, stay healthy. And remember, good health is at the core of human joy and overall well-being. Its influence is profound, extending beyond personal vitality to significantly bolstering prosperity and economic advancement. Thus, investing in your health is akin to investing in a brighter, more prosperous future for yourselves and the community in which you inhabit. So until next Sunday, same time, same station, prioritize your well-being. Please,
This is
Janet
Janet
and Fred
saying,
saying,
let's stay healthy,
healthy
on
on Reality Radio 101. Happy birthday.
Thank you for listening to the Liquid Green Health Show with your hosts, Fred and Janet Cox, right here on Reality Radio 101.